G'day guys, hope you're all doing well. I hope you had a great weekend. Yeah, I've got a new figure. Misa got it in the mail yesterday, and it is Jar Jar Binks from the Vintage Collection. This is the new Jar Jar, not to be confused with the Movie Heroes one that was released probably even 3 months ago now, depending on where you live. I've put off that one knowing that this one was coming, so I just bought this one loose on eBay because well, for starters, my case of 12 isn't here yet, but I actually have plans for them. So, well, once I get the case, I plan on keeping the Lost Line cards carded, and then I'll open the Vintage Collection style card back figures for display. So, and I have a plan for the Jar Jar, so thought I'd pick up an extra one to keep loose. Because I really do need an upgrade from the 1999 version. So, yeah, and it's not actually a bad figure. He's pretty good. Misa think he's pretty good. Accessory-wise, he does come with his little blue ball. Jar Jar has blue balls sitting there in his cup. I can't think of what they're called, boomers or something. I used to think they were called boobers when I was young, but neat little accessory. And then he does come with this sort of his spear thingy, I guess you'd call it. So nice grips on the handles, but yeah, not very exciting. Still cool, but Jar Jar is actually a pretty good figure for the most part. Yes, I know his character isn't all that good, and I know a lot of people don't like him, but the figure isn't all that bad, so. Sculpt work's really good. They've done a great job. Let me just zoom up a little bit more so I can get a better closer look. Yeah, I think they've absolutely nailed it this time. It's been a while in between Jar Jars, so. Probably for good reason, really, but I'm not sure how different it is to the Movie Heroes version, but can't imagine it's too different, really. But yeah, he's got some nice details on the sort of vest there. It's a bit dirty. He's swimming around the swamps from Naboo. And got his ears are nicely sculpted as well. And they've got this leather sort of soft goods. I don't know if you call it soft goods, but there's a leathery sort of material there for the lower part there, which is really good. I actually really like that material. That's not going to sort of deplete and fade away and get ruined over time because it's pretty sturdy material. So that's pretty good. In terms of articulation, that is pretty much awesome. Top side of his head, at the top of his neck, there's actually a double ball joint, so much like the normal ball jointed head, except it's actually on. I'll see if I can just pop his head off. If you can see there's actually a separate ball in his top of his neck there, which just allows for a little bit more movement, so you can get him in those sort of surprised Jar Jar scene sort of thing, but it allows for pretty good movement. And then he has a hinge at the bottom of his neck, so you can get his head to tip back and forth. Not necessary, but I don't know, I suppose it's still alright. He has ball hinged shoulders and elbows, swivels the wrists, he has a swivel waist, swivel hips, ball hinged knees, and swivel feet, which just sort of pivot or twist around to the base, only because the pants don't really allow for much movement otherwise, so that's not too bad. Yeah, it's pretty good. Paint detail on the arms is a really nice little detail there. They've done a good job of that. It's the little squiggly sort of skin tone he's got. But yeah, it is nice to have a Jar Jar in my collection. Yes, I'll admit it. I'm not a Jar Jar hater. I don't particularly like him, but I'm not a hater. Hate's just such a strong word, you know. Nah, Jar Jar's alright. I was lucky to grow up in that era where I was exposed to the original trilogy and I got to grow up with the prequels. So for me, I feel like I got the best of both worlds with the Star Wars saga. So That is Jar Jar from the Vintage Collection. I can't remember what number he is, but yeah, he's part of the new wave with the Lost line, so part of that San Diego Comic-Con exclusive as well. So yeah, recommend this figure to all the Jar Jar fans if there are any of you out there. If not, you can always use him to decapitate his head, and I actually put a photo up on Instagram yesterday of Anakin had sliced his head off, so we got a lot of laughs. Alright guys, I'll leave it at that, and thank you for watching as always. Any comments, feedback below, yada yada yada. Yeah, thanks for watching as always guys, I'll see you soon. Ciao.